Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Wow, oh, wow, Jam. Happy birthday to me. Thank you so much, EZ. How's it going? Oh my gosh, you got $20 super chat coming in from the EZ. $4 super chat coming in from Cody. Oh my god.
Needing a lot now.
Happy birthday, my lady. What? My lady. Cody Bakula handing me a wrapped up bone as a present. Thank you so much, Cody and EZ. Super chats right out the gate this morning. Thank you so much. Happy. Joy is also here as well. G-Dog. Yes, what a great time to celebrate my birthday with happy Joy.
I don't think you're happy enough. I'll teach you to be happy. I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs. I told you I'd shoot, but you didn't believe me. Why didn't you believe me?
Good morning.
Happy joy.
Let the chaos ensue.
Happy joy.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Happy birthday, Otaku. Thank you so much, Quint. Thank you so much, G-Dog. Good morning, guys. It is, of course, the third birthday I've had here on YouTube. It's crazy. I've been here for 3 years now. It's crazy. Happiest of birthdays, Otaku. Let's do shots tonight. Yes, we will do shots tonight. Nicole actually sent me some Bitcoin last night. And I'm going to be buying a bottle of one that we particularly have had before. It's interesting. I cannot believe she knows my favorite bottle of whiskey. Yes, one man lady. There you go. God, I must have said some really stupid stuff last night. I was drunk last night. I still have a little bit left over, actually. That's how bad that was. I apologize. Hopefully it didn't interfere with the tradition, the traditional routine, right? We'll see. Holy crap. I have to go back and play that one again, maybe. Probably. Grand Rising, Otaku, happy birthday, Otaku-san. We all love you. Thank you so much, Gamma Goddess as well. John Doe says TPS reports now. Those TPS reports, yeah. Office Space beats The Big Short. Office Space beats Dumb Money. Office Space beats Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, there's some good movies in there for sure. Everybody drink. Says Cody Bakula. Oh my gosh. Neb's also here. I'm definitely in the Matrix. Happy early birthday, Otaku, and happy birthday, Joy. Is it Joy's birthday too? That's insane. No way. I must have missed that. Oh my gosh. Crazy. All right, guys, let's get started. Everyone's birthday is right around this time. It's nuts. All right. Let's get to it. This morning, guys, we have a couple interesting, things coming out of Bloomberg this morning. I'll show you what I got on the pre-market. All right, here we go. Here's the first one. Mike McGlone. You can't start a little bit of morning without some doom, and Michael McGlone is really good at doing that. He was talking about the oil crisis right now and everything going on in Iran. He also mentioned gold and
to trickle over to the stock market, and that's going to be all that matters for most investors. Gold, I think, has already priced it in, and the best leading indicator for these risk assets go down is probably Bitcoin, and we know that's done. It's already leading the way lower.
Great point, Mike. Brilliant.
Oh, yeah. So we've already sold off, but we're definitely going to go lower, according to Mike McGlone. There you go. He's still calling for $10,000 Bitcoin. What a freaking rube. What a rube, moron. Okay, we also have this mentioning also what's going on with Blue Owl. On Bloomberg, that's right. We've been talking about this for the last few days. Bloomberg's finally mentioning it.
Look at what's making headlines around the world. One we've been closely following here on Open Interest. Private credit funds have long pitched themselves as safer because investors lock up money for years. But Blue Owl Capital now faces a wave of withdrawal requests from its retail private credit fund. The news challenges the idea that private credit is insulated from liquidity stress, as a new report shows that redemption requests at large BDCs jumped 200% in the fourth quarter. Senator Elizabeth Warren is urging tougher rules and more disclosure for the sector. Palm Beach International will be renamed President Donald J. Trump International Airport after Florida lawmakers approved the change.
What the hell, man?
Is expected to sign the bill.
Florida will never be the same.
FAA approval and naming agreements as the Trump organization seeks trademark control. Rebranding could cost $5.5 million, drawing criticism from Democrats over spending. And President Trump says that he's won the affordability fight, pointing towards easing inflation, job
I don't know. You guys
and
feel like
tariffs
we've won the
he claims
affordability fight?
revived U.S. manufacturing.
What word have you not heard over the last 2 weeks? Affordability. Because I've won.
It's not there.
I've won affordability.
Okay.
His comments come as polls show voters have soured
All
on
right.
Trump's economic policies, endangering Republicans' hold on both chambers of Congress and the future of Trump's legislative agenda. Joining us now is Bloomberg
affordable.
Washington correspondent Tyler Kendall, and it's a true treat because Tyler's in New York.
All right. We also have a couple other clips here I want to show you.
Mentioned polling. I grabbed some of the most recent one we saw out just the other week from Pew. 72% of U.S. adults rate economic conditions as only fair or poor, and that's sort of the headwinds.
There you go.
That this
72% of Americans.
And to your question, we've seen them approach it perhaps two ways. One.
We're so cooked. We're so cooked, guys. All right. This is the little clips I got, of course, updating you on where we're at right now in the pre-market. Bitcoin right now still holding our baseline targets, coming back up to about $67,000 right before the market open. And yeah, right on top of our baseline target. I told you guys last night, probably, way too much into this bottle here. I still can't believe that's such a good year. 2020 on that bottle of wine. Love it. What a great year. But yeah, anyway, in my drunken stupor last night, I'm pretty sure I told you guys that baseline was going to be pretty much where we're going to be going, and I pretty much called for baseline bear. Thankfully, we didn't go there. We actually stayed right in between where the order book showed we would. I cannot believe I remember enough of that. Okay. All right. Moving on. So yeah, Palm Beach is the stomping ground, says Bag Holders Anonymous in the chat. Yeah, Palm Beach, man. I still can't believe that's going to be called Donald J. Trump Airport. Otaku's no, it's not happy. It's Joy Day. Every day is happy Joy Day. That's right. Gotcha, Brave. Every day is happy Joy Day. Bag Holders Anonymous says, I've been by his Mar-a-Lago house. I was working on Steve Wynn's house, says Nevs. What? Who happens to be live by Trump in Palm Springs Beach. Palm Springs? You talk about Palm Springs? All right, PSL. And the one who owns the hotels, bro. These homes are like 10 to 30 million a piece. Holy hell. Insane. Morning Chaos. Good morning, Crypto JPEG. How you doing as well? Welcome, of course, to the party. Welcome to the party. So by 10 o'clock today, we should have a ruling from the Supreme Court on Donald Trump's tariffs, whether or not they're going to be lawful or not. And of course, they're going to probably say, we have no ruling at this time, just like the last 3 times. Right now, I think Polymarket is betting like 20% chance. Let's get back over here and check it out. We have about 30 seconds. So yeah, we have about 30 seconds to hit, of course. That over there. Before we do hit that over there, let's take a look and see where the tariffs are at today. There's a 21% chance. Now it's down to 20% chance that we're going to be determining this today, according to Polymarket. And again, in the favor of Trump, not so much. A 24% chance. That's 4 coin flips, guys. 4 coin flips that Trump is going to be. It's going to be in Trump's favor for those tariffs. So it's probably not likely. Again, the dispute is that it's going to be not lawful for the tariffs to be done this way. It's supposed to be up to Congress to decide taxes or taxation. All right. And of course, you use IEPA, the emergency powers to do it. Okay, we should have any second now. We should be getting, yes, they're late. What are they doing? They're late. It's already 9:30.
Just seconds until the start of your cash equity
You're late.
trading day. I'm Danny Berger, and you are watching Bloomberg Open Interest. We are down this morning. A couple things going on. Fears over Iran escalation. Also,
tariffs.
More negative GDP data. I mean, not literally negative, but not as good as we expected. So S&P futures fall by about a third. The NASDAQ doing even worse, down 0.6%. And the Russell 2000, because of those economic concerns, even worse, down 0.7%. Bell ringers. Starfighter Space, not gonna lie, a pretty sick company name. They're a commercial space flight company. They went public in December, and their shares have risen nearly 200% since then, so feeling pretty good. Down at the NASDAQ, Red Cat, guys, not a single tie Not a single tie. Come on. It's a special occasion. I guess it's okay if you're at the NASDAQ. Maybe it's more chill. Anyway, Red Cat, they make data storage, different services for autonomous drones. Those shares up 60% about year to date. Let me take you to some other stocks that we're watching this morning. Blue Owl is one of them. We, of course, cover private credit.
Here we go.
Bloomberg Open Interest.
Let's watch it all burn.
This is no exception. Selling $1.4 billion portfolio of loans to help return cash to investors. Blue Owl would argue, look, we did that close to par. It shows there's liquidity. You're welcome. They did have 4 buyers. They include 3 of North America's largest pension funds. And maybe the thing that's going to raise some eyebrows, its own insurance firm was one of the buyers too. So that not helping shares out this morning. They are down 6.5%. As always, we invite Blue Owl to come onto the show and to discuss the latest as to what they're doing. Let's get back to the overall markets.
Are they actually going to have Blue Owl on the show? In the middle of this?
This idea in your notes that the broadening out trade is going to happen as this economy picks up. I just wonder what you make of the most recent data we had this morning, where PCE continued to look sticky and GDP disappoints. Just how sure is the trajectory of this American economy?
Yeah. The GDP data continues to be extremely noisy, right? Just like we had that bumper print in Q3 of 4.4, and now we have something like that's lower. I think rather than getting fixated on quarter to quarter, because we are going through this immense disruption in policy changes, government shutdowns, all kinds of imports, exports, so much noise. Instead, I think we need to just focus on the direction of travel. And we look at corporate earnings to get a sense of that. 13% increase in S&P earnings last year, projected to do something similar. So from that perspective, it's still a very healthy economy. I just mentioned something like, $600 billion that we're spending just on the CapEx from hyperscalers. We're going to get stimulus here. So there's plenty of tailwinds from the economy. But you're right. All
right. I don't want to spend my morning here, and this is not Blue Owl anyway. It's North Star. All right, so I'm over it. Let's move on. Thanks again for Strawberry Dragon for that $5 super chat. Let's go. Thank you so much. A happy birthday. I'll rob you wrong time. Thank you so much, Strawberry Dragon. Thank you. All right, let's get back to it. Let's get into some CNBC real quick. And then we'll move on. Talk about the NASDAQ on pace for the worst month since March.
I don't know. But
and these companies
they're all down.
They're not all created equal. Some of these companies decided they didn't want to be in this particular asset class that we just discussed.
Right.
Meantime, there is some reporting today that Blue Owl was unable to arrange some financing for a CoreWeave data center in Pennsylvania that they're co-developing, pitched lenders, and didn't really get a lot of pickup on that. We didn't get to that in the interview.
We didn't get to data centers. If we'd had more time, it's always a function of that here, unfortunately. I wanted to get to the opening bell because that was another line of questioning in terms of their capital commitment to data centers. But he said many of the things he'd anticipate. The key question is still going to be, did they sell things that they knew were liquid or not? Obviously, he indicated from the answers that it's the cross-section of the portfolio and therefore reflective of the overall credit quality. If that's the case, then many of these you would expect are money good. But I do wonder, this whole notion just of gating is something that, or at the very least, changing the terms to a certain extent, even though you were allowed to, by the way. It's not as though they did something they weren't allowed to do. Nonetheless, how does that affect the growth prospects for a company that was planning on having the retail channel be a key part of its asset gathering?
Well, I mean,
and that's still to be determined.
Do you agree that there's a splitting hairs on the notion of we haven't? This is something that Craig said right at the beginning. He said,
all right. I agree that to disagree and to agree that the inflation data and all the other data is all manipulated and nonsensical. Okay. All right. Moving on. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Let's take a look at the overall market, in the feel of the market right now. Stock market opening in the red today. Fear and greed index sitting in fear, 37 back in fear. We were so close to getting back to at least neutral yesterday at 39. I think this week we had a high of 44. So again, we had just briefly got in there, close but no cigar. Getting back to crypto fear and greed as well. Crypto fear and greed right now sitting in a 7 in extreme fear. Again, only 2 points away from the lowest we've ever seen in extreme fear. A 5. And this is the longest amount of time we've been in extreme fear as well. So far, it looks like Bitcoin likes what's going on with Blue Owl. So far in the morning open has started to rally up a bit higher than 67.2 this morning. But it's probably going to be short-lived because we do still have the tariffs deciding factor at around 10 a.m. And again, if they don't get a change, I don't think it's really going to matter. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Thanks again for all of the all the love in the chat, guys. Thank you so much. Derek also is wishing me a happy birthday. Yes, Brave Farming Freedom says stocks have a few red days and everyone panics. Meanwhile, us real G's sitting here watching red cover the screen like, yeah. So now what? Exactly. Boring. Give me more doom. All right. Let's see. How much more doom do we have left? How's the dollar doing? The Dixie sitting at 97.93, coming down a tiny bit, but not much from the high of 98.08. I think was the high yesterday on that peak. 98.06. I'm sorry, 06. Okay. All right. So yeah, the Dixie's still way too strong at the very present time. Up on the day, of course, up on the 5-day from 96.94. All right, so about a full point from the beginning of the week. Let's take a look and see what is going on with crypto. Crypto fear sitting at 5 or 7 or whatever. But wow, we are down not much this morning. We're actually up a full point today. We're actually up 2.6% on average on the top 200. We're the biggest movers on the day. Morpho's up 12%, Kite's up 18%. We got DCR up 7 here on the weekly. Same sort of thing here as well with Stable and Atom. We got Cosmos back in the spotlight a little bit here again today on the weekly. Nothing's oversold to the extent that we're looking at with my criteria, 15-20%, except for Arbitrum. Arbitrum is down 15% on the weekly. And not enough blood in my opinion. Not enough blood on the week. Looking at the monthly, because everything's sitting flat on the weekly. On the monthly though, there are still some opportunities, although a bit more muted than it was at the beginning of the month, right? At the beginning of the month, we saw like IP Story down like over 70%. We saw the likes of Solana and Sui. Sui was down 50% at the beginning of this month. Solana was down like 45% at the beginning of this month. So they're definitely coming back down. And 30s and 40s here is what we're mostly looking for at the present time. So again, I'm still sticking with my guns. I'm still looking at the same coins we did last night. Even Near Protocol still in there too. Wow, 33% off right now. Do like me some Near. Aptos down 45% on the monthly. All right. So yeah, still sticking with my guns. Still think that Sui is probably the Goldilocks scenario pick here. With Solana, I mean, damn, Solana, such a close second. Holy crap. Guys, one of the biggest L1s is now down almost 40%. Again, it climbed back up the rest of this week. All right, let's take a look and do the same thing over here in the top 200. Top 200. I think, yep, on the daily. Everything's up on the day. Nothing is down any significant amount. Let's take a look at the weekly here. MYX is still down 64% of the week, with River down 57% of the week. Of course, these coins have been trending. Optimism, damn, is down 31%. Holy crap. Not sure what's going on with that project. Layer 0 is down 21. GLM is down 14. There's a few opportunities here, but not too many. Again, we're going to have to look for the monthly to get all of the blood, sweat, and tears out of the market. And this morning, ZBEX not even 30% off anymore. Look at that. Not even hitting our criteria anymore. Down 29.5%, coming up just a little bit, rounding that off throughout the rest of the month. Still hitting that 202. Still sitting at that 202. Any other takers here? Yesterday, my big pick, that was one of them. Not so much anymore. Damn, we're rounding this off, man. If I had to pick one, damn, this one's going to be tough. Aerodrome's down 34%. Maybe you want to look at MYX, down on just a stupid amount, but there's definitely a reason behind it. Optimism's still down 60%. Same thing there. I feel like you got to do your research on those two. River, obviously, is the biggest trending, privacy sector coins. Kula 44. I'm not feeling any of these guys. I'm telling you, I'm probably going to be sticking to the top 100 right now. I mean, there's a lot of Dino coins. Hex is down 37% on the monthly. I just got no conviction out of all these here. None whatsoever. XCN. Okay, there you go. XCN. There's some right there. XCN was just listed, of course, on Robinhood at the tail end of last year. 32% off, just barely fitting in our criteria. Again, we're running out of opportunity here. IMX, there we go. I mentioned IMX yesterday as well. So maybe one of those two would be flipping a coin on that for me, probably. IMX or XCN today in the top 200. Again, not financial advice, just my 2 cents.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, anything back over here? Nope. CNBC's on break as well. Nope, they are back. Let's see. What are they talking about? Microsoft. Microsoft stock is trading at a rare discount to Alphabet as a magnificent seven reshuffle.
When they had Bard, which I thought was like the medical device company, that bad. And then they come out with Gemini, and I'm like, whoa, hey, I've been using Grok. Grok got much smarter in the last couple of weeks. I don't know if you know that.
Well, once it stopped creating sexualized deepfakes, I think that's a big improvement.
Interesting.
Yeah. Dan Ives has a nice list of things that need to go right for the tech slide to end. One of them is OpenAI closing these funding rounds. Jensen reiterating demand next week. Oracle with its capital raise. And then showing some signs of monetization on the March quarter.
Look, he's done this once before, by the way, with Tesla. It seemed like an inconceivable amount of blizzard. And by the way, Dan does a great job of Morgan.
Okay. It's just more banter. All right, I'm done. How are you guys feeling in the chat? Let me catch up with you guys. Nebs, Base is unveiling a new stack since they cut ties with the older OP stack, says Nebs. Okay, gotcha. OP is repricing itself. I remember buying it at $1.50. Okay, that's a little bit what's going on with OP right now. Optimism. Brave from Freedom says the roaring 20s were lavish. It wasn't until the late 1929 30s that became doomtastic. Oh, jeez. All right. It's all right. So let's see what else we have here. And again, thanks again for all the, all the birthday wishes, guys. I appreciate it in the chat. Thank you so much. All right. Let's continue back to Bitcoin. How are we holding up here? Still sitting at 67, about 15 minutes away from the Supreme Court decision. That's why we're still hanging out around TradFi. All right. Let's take a look and see how the order book's doing this morning for Bitcoin, and take a look at gold and silver stocks, as well. Let's see. We'll get back over there. If it wants to go, there we go. Okay, guys, of course, don't pay for what you get for free. Yes. We have, of course, the book map, live heat map brought to you for free by, yes, Kimber the White Snow Lion on YouTube, anime reference for those who know. If it's free, it's for me. Okay. All right. Yes. And I don't pay for what I get for free. There's enough stuff I pay for in this goddamn world. All right. We're taking a look and seeing what's going on with the order books today. All right, so we did hold the range pretty strong overnight. Wow, we're actually building up a pretty strong area to maybe get squeezed out of today too, depending on what happens. If we do not get a ruling today, more than likely we're just going to continue upward a little bit. This is the only thing that's been holding us back, I think, in my opinion, other than a little bit of the PCE early this week, and then what was the other thing? Iran, this weekend. So that's another thing that could be being a tailwind downward, right? Okay, so that's what's going on here. We are starting to build up more. This is as of the last 6 hours or so. And actually the last 3 hours. And then over here we have what we've been building within the last 24 hours. It's, as you can see, we're still getting a little bit more built up here around 65 and 60K, which is a good, I guess, the area to defend, but there's still nowhere near comparable to what we have facing above us around $70,000 Bitcoin. They are holding us back. 69K is open a dream right now, unless we can get a huge push from this afternoon and the market makers want to not dump on us like they have been the last few days. Let's see what else is going on in the longer time frames. Nothing else really to see here. Again, you can still see the highlights of the day on all the boards. Wow, man, it's so much above us now. So much. Still looking like 55, 50, 60K is going to be, of course, the next place we revisit if we do not get the ball rolling. There's still about $10-12 million sitting in shorts up here for the taking. So maybe that's the plan as well, is to let them have more time to really get wrecked. Really get wrecked with a huge push from the market makers later. Right now, sitting a bit flat, but a little bit more trading action than we saw yesterday even. On a Friday, this is kind of weird, but sitting around, right around tied for overall trade volume, $14 billion. All right. On both sides. And at the present time, we have a little bit of legs left to try to get back to 67.5. That's our biggest point of contention from last night. There's some area right around 67.9 that looks like they're trying to defend maybe the most. 67.8 is probably where we're going to bounce. It's probably the same area from yesterday. Yes, the same exact area from yesterday. And on the downside, we're looking at 66.1 on the low. So if we do lose 66.5, we're going to go back down and retest 66.1. And my bets are on 3 though. It's probably going to be freaking 3 again. Let me see where it bounced. Yeah, 3. Yeah, exactly. It bounced on the pre-market already. All right. So yeah, that's what we're looking at today. Nothing really has changed until 10 o'clock in the morning, which is about still about 15 minutes away. All right, let's get into anything else on TradFi. Let's take a look at some of the headlines, and then if we have the time, or maybe 5 or 10 minutes before they determine. We'll get into see what's going on with crypto as well. The Dow slips after a weak GDP data as traders wait a possible tariff court decision. That's what we're waiting for right now. Let's take a look at gold and silver before I forget as well. As Bitcoin attempts to get back above 67K again today. Silver's back up to 81. I think that was our last target, I believe, wasn't it? I don't have anything here. I don't know. But it just reclaimed 81,000 this morning. Gold sitting at $5,000 an ounce, 5,043. Yeah, this is what I was looking at earlier. Coming back up to 5,080. Possible is for today. All right, that's what we're looking at for gold and silver. And then we're looking at where's the S&P 500? Down on the day. I wonder if this is finally going to break. Like, finally really going to break. This overall parabolic trend has been in for since last summer. Since last June. This thing's been like pamping, man. Pamping with a V-shaped recovery. Is it finally time for a rollover on the S&P 500? Are we just going to keep doing this? Same pattern again. So we've been doing this since 2022. All right. We'll see. All right, let's get back to it. All right, so yeah, we're going to start with this. Dow slips after a week GDP data as traders await possible tariff court decision with live updates. The 30 stock Dow fell 166 points or 0.3%. The S&P 500, but the Dow was over 50,000.
What are you, stupid?
But yeah, the S&P 500 traded around the flat line, while the NASDAQ composite rose about 0.2%, buoyed by a 2% gain in Alphabet shares. With Friday's move, the Dow is now heading for a 0.5% loss, half a percent loss in the period. The S&P 500 is on pace for the modest gains of the week, up about 0.4%. The tech-heavy NASDAQ is set to snap a 5-week losing streak. It is up nearly 1%. Traders receive a downbeat view on the growth of the U.S. economy as domestic product increased by only 1.4% for the fourth quarter, and that was far below the 2.5% gain the economists pulled by the Dow Jones had anticipated. And a 4.4% advance of the third quarter sharply surpassed estimates. Record-breaking government shutdown is partly to blame. According to the Commerce Department, that stoppage, which took place through the first half of the fourth quarter, took off roughly 1% percentage point from the economic growth of the department estimated. In addition to the GDP data, the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index report, the Federal Reserve preferred the inflation gauge, showed that the inflation's held steady in December, excluding volatile food and energy prices. Core PCE came at 3% in line with expectations, but well above the Fed's 2% target. Fed policymakers are divided between officials who are worried about supporting the labor market and those who are more concerned about inflation. Minutes away from the January Fed meeting indicate that some officials may still find evidence that the inflation is cooling before voting for additional interest rate cuts, of course, in March. What you got? I'm gonna see what that is right now sitting at. There's still a 72% chance that we are, 75% chance that we're going to be signing a Clarity Act into law this year. And we're looking at the Fed decision in March right now, sitting at a 5% chance. I think down from a high of what, 8? I think 8 was the highest we saw, I think, so far. Yeah, 8 was probably the highest we saw. Looks like 25%. When was this? Back in December, but that was for, of course, a different month. All right, moving on. We got to get back to, Doomberg. In about 10 minutes from now, less than 10 minutes from now, we should be getting the rolling from the Supreme Court.
Get ahead of tomorrow's trading with The Close. Weekdays on Bloomberg.
Let's get back to CNBC. We're just going to be bouncing around here till we get that market reaction.
Strategies for your portfolio.
All right, so Bloomberg should be back by now. Nope, we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait a little bit more. A little more time. I guess we could mess around with, some doom scrolling over on X real quick. If we don't find it on the news outlets, we'll definitely see it here first. That's just per usual. All right, the Fed now is the worst possible situation. The U.S. GDP just fell 1.4% while inflation is rising again. U.S. GDP was expected to come at 3%. Now it's just at 1.4%. That is a major downside, surprise, and shows that the economic growth has slowed more than the markets were expecting. PC inflation came. We just covered all these numbers. We literally just did. All right. That's coming from the bull theory over on X. Stablecoin yield effectively off the table as the White House takes control of talks. Sources say today that stablecoin meeting was smaller than last week. We didn't even hear about it. That's how small it was. And including representatives from Coinbase, Ripple, A16Z, and major crypto trade groups. No individual banks attended. No banks attended. Wow. Bank interests were represented through national banking associations. Public messaging from attendees was once again described as productive and constructive, which I think is bullshit. But sources say that the notable shift to the White House led the discussion directly, rather than allowing crypto firms and banking trade groups to steer the agenda as in prior meetings. The White House Crypto Council executive director brought the draft legislation text and became a focal point of the conversation. The draft acknowledged that bank concerns raised in the last week's yields interest prohibition principles document, while signaling that any future restrictions on rewards would be narrow in scope. However, earning yield on idle stablecoin balances appears to be off the table. The savings account style model is effectively dead. Another thing that they're probably looking at doing instead is going to be back to, again, what they were pushed into originally, which was just rewards, right? They changed all the yield to just rewards and then rewarding everyone with a blockchain of their choice. Kind of like what they've been doing with their debit cards, credit cards, right? The draft text would also enforcement of authority of the SEC and Treasury and CFTC to police a ban on idle balance yield, while several penalties are up to $500,000 per violation per day. Holy crap. Bank trade groups will now brief members on the access to the compromise possible on activity-based rewards. Talks are expected to continue in the coming days. Probably next Tuesday is going to be another big meeting, but we still don't have a official date on another banking committee meeting that they're actually going to attend. And the White House has, of course, set the March 1st deadline. Yeah, we've been talking about that all week. All right. So, yeah, it looks like they're getting at least cornered. They're cornered in the right direction. In the right direction, I don't know. We'll see. Anything else going on here? We have about 5 minutes until they determine whether or not they're going to make a ruling on these tariffs. I'm gonna get back over to the news outlets, see if we got anything. They're still sitting there. Really? That's not live. There we go. All right, they're talking about Vanguard right now. More than likely, I'm assuming. I don't know.
With that model, are they now starting to offer more active funds that themselves have higher fees?
Yeah, so Vanguard is a perfect example. One, they're still selling those extremely cheap products, basically giving you beta for near zero fees. And they're doing very well. That is still the most successful area of the ETF market. It's just not enough anymore to completely offset this whole new trend of what I just talked about, the legacy managers coming in. But Vanguard is also launching active products. So we see active ETF issuance ballooning right now. So if you go back to the end of 2020, you had about 500 active ETFs and about just under 2,000 passive Now you have 2,800 active ETFs and 2,200 passive. So you can see the chart there. It's just ballooned over time. So part of it is, one, these other managers are offering active management that charges a little bit more, but is still very competitive on price. I mean, you're talking.
All right. The ETFs, of course, Van are doing well. All right, let's see what else we have. I want to jump over to CNBC and see what they're talking about. Any other headlines popping up too? We have about 4 minutes until the ruling is going to come out. The Bed Bath & Body Works still selling on Amazon. As more brands embrace this logistics network. Foot traffic is dead, man. There's no more people going to these big box stores anymore. All right, anything else happening? I want to jump over to CNBC. Again, grab all the news outlets for free, guys. If you go to newslive.com, you will catch all of the news outlets for free. Don't pay for it, you get for free. It's my motto.
Are you stupid?
If it's free, it's for me.
The Lancaster data center they're referring to.
Awaiting Supreme Court decision.
From someone that passed on the deal. How is that news? The article says the site is fully financed and on schedule. So he says this is, and then he uses a word that I'm not going to use on air.
Great. No, that's very helpful, though.
No, the report
that has been impacting shares of CoreWeave.
The report cited an executive, it didn't name him, said, we saw it, we passed.
Yeah, and he said, well, they were wrong to pass because it turned out to be a really good deal. So I just like to correct. I think InTrader's been money good when things are not that good. When we talked about it, he said, hey, listen, Core Scientific, get out of that great. But there, right then.
Good job, Jim. Good reporting via text.
Yeah.
I like it. During the show, that's the only way we can do it.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Very, very good.
Jim, look forward to getting you back in the evenings next week.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
I know. I mean, look, I feel very strongly that I should not be preempted. They can preempt something else. I am sorry to feel that way, but it's the third time it's happened in my career. Enough is enough.
You'll be back.
Really? A couple of weeks off? You don't embrace that?
I can't even see. I
Yeah,
don't know.
exactly.
Jim,
my right eye, well, whatever.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
We are awaiting SCOTUS. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah. We know. All right. It's a terrible word. SCOTUS. It's missing one word. One letter. It's missing one letter. All right. Yeah, so we're just going to be bopping around now in between TradFi, waiting for, the ruling to come in from SCOTUS. SCOTUS.
What are you, stupid?
All right. What else we have here in the chat? Let me catch up with you guys. Looks like Seeker's up percent. Up 1%. I think it's 10%, right? I think I saw 10% up on Seeker today. Base is unveiling a new stack since they cut ties with the OP. I think I read that one earlier from Nebs. Yes. What else we have here? John Doe says, I was just talking about the stock market, but even during the roar, you had bread lines and prohibition. Yeah, there you go. Prohibition. Scrub, how's it going, Scrub? Loading. Swing dancing, flappers, and everyone dressed lavishly as in bright colors, the epic hats, followed by the depressed gray, black, and white colored 1930s bread lines, etc. Allegedly, a history is hard to trust. Oh, damn. Am I 40 now, says Scrub? Come on, man. This baby face is 40? Jesus.
What are you, stupid?
Oh, man. All right. Okay. So, we're still waiting. We're still waiting to see what's going to happen with SCOTUS. Let's take a look back over on, some more doom scrolling over here, over on X. Anything up here from the greats? Oh, look at that. Elon Musk. Chilling some grok with some AC here. ASCI, you guys know. For those who know. UFO nerds walking into work tomorrow. What's up, guys? If you guys didn't catch that news last night, we've been talking about this since Tuesday, Tinfoil Hat Tuesday, that there's a disclosure event approaching. And believe it or not, this week, yesterday, Caroline Leavitt and Trump's Truth Social account has pushed some sort of, headlines that seem like they want to get out in front of this and actually tell the American people. We'll see where that goes. Right now it's looking like a 25% chance, according to what I saw on my Patreon. Some of you guys were showing that over there on the Patreon. Speaking of which, guys, don't forget the Patreon is live. You guys want to catch us over there. We hang out every single day. And of course, we do the live Patreon live after the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live streams. After this one as well, not today, but like right now, but after the one tonight at 8 p.m. It ends at 9:30. Of course, we'll go live after that. Oh my gosh, guys. It's too early. It's too early.
What are you, stupid?
Oh my God. All right. What's going on with CNBC? Do we have a ruling yet? 10 o'clock. It is 10 o'clock on the dot. If we don't have any news outlets telling us, they're coming back in 5 minutes. Damn it. Of course, we're going to have to get it from the horse's mouth over on X. X is going to give it to you. Oh, Jesus. Yes, my political preferences are whatever leads to this. Oh, my God. It's a mashup between Fallout and, Macross. Which some of you guys might know as, something else. Okay. Bitcoin does nothing most of the time, and once or twice a year it moves in the 10-day spurts, delivering massive returns. Yes, that's how it goes. Coming from Fred Krueger. What is this? FBI, we are releasing the alien files. The alien fires. There they are. They're all redacted. Photo of an unidentified object taken Acapulco, Guerrero, Mexico, Skywater, and Maria. Man, we're just getting more of these weird things. That is wild. What in the world is that? God, I can double check it real quick and see if it's anything AI generated. We got to get back over there though. It should be coming out any second now. Let's see. Anything nefarious here? Let's see. Anything nefarious here? The things. I can't see through my mask today. God, there it is. All right. The thing. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. I don't know. This seems a bit off. It's just falling apart. I don't know. All right. Anyway, moving on. Bitcoin mining. I think we still got 4 minutes for Doomberg to come back. CNBC might be coming back first. We're just going to be popping back and forth, I guess, waiting for the ruling. Bitcoin will know, though. 67.6 right now. Probably going to be a nothing burger. They probably already know. Let's get back into the 15 minutes. Already starting to wick up right now at 10 o'clock. The market makers are at it again. They're at it again. All right, waiting the Supreme Court opinion.
3.3. So a little bit of good news on the inflation front, but once again, growth is on the light side, just like the GDP number. We also have new home sales for December out, and for that we go to Diana Olick. Diana?
Well, Rick, new home sales in December, which remember is backdated because of the government shutdown, came in at 745,000 units, seasonally adjusted annualized rate. That is down 1.7% from November. November was higher than expected. So the street was expecting 738. We got 745, but it's still down month to month, but up 3.8% year over year. Now, remember, these are based on signed contracts. So people out shopping in December when mortgage rates were actually a little higher than they are today. They were around 6.3%. Today, we're about 6.05% on the 30-year fix. Price is down 2%. Supply did drop also. We got to go back to Carl for some breaking news.
And thank you. We are going to have to talk some SCOTUS. Let's get to Eamon Javers in D.C. Hey, Eamon.
Well, that's right. The Supreme Court has just issued a ruling here on the president's tariffs, the so-called IEEPA. That is the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. The Supreme Court was deciding whether or not that law was appropriately applied to the president's authority to create tariffs that he did throughout 2025. Now, this applies to all the president's tariffs related to what he called Liberation Day and that massive change in geopolitical relations that we saw around the world. This ruling is now in, and we're looking at it right now, Carl. It's 170 pages, so I'm going to take a moment and read it here before I tell you what it says. But we do have the ruling from the Supreme Court here
like
on
actual
the president's tariffs
ruling?
and whether or not they are legal or not. And we're going to go through it line by line here momentarily.
Wow. I have the same decision in front of me, Eamon. This is going to be a dense read, and we're going to be very careful not to go with any news unless we have it absolutely cold. We'll give you a chance to go through it and talk in a few moments. Eamon Javers watching SCOTUS. In the meantime, we're going to have to weigh a bunch of other things. FT has a piece up in the last few minutes that Iran may be working on a proposal that might avert any kind of would-be military action.
Damn, markets might freaking explode today, guys.
In the market as we got back above 68.60, which is roughly where we closed yesterday.
Right, we're digesting a weaker GDP.
Hope you got a position.
Kind of brushing it off on the government shutdown because government spending declined double digits, so that was such a big part of the weaker GDP print and higher inflation print as well, especially core prices came in at a big jump. I mean, 3%. So you don't want to see the inflation.
You guys don't just throw it in AI and let it cook.
I will note all that
right?
inflationary pressure came from services, most of it not necessarily from goods. So it wasn't necessarily a tariff.
You put us on a cliffhanger like that. What the hell? All right. I'm going to go back and forth. Take a look and see what else is going on here. There's definitely not 5 minutes there. They're definitely back. What are they talking about?
Powers Act. The president put forward IEEPA tariffs on 2 accounts. One was those fentanyl-related tariffs related to Canada, Mexico, and in part on China. And then the other were the more broad-based ones, where he cited persistent trade imbalances.
Let's go!
Cases coming in real time.
Deemed illegal.
To figure out the 2 questions
Says
that were in
Nebs.
front of the court. One was, does President Trump actually have the authority to invoke IEEPA to impose tariffs? Because this has never been done before. This is typically a federal authority that is used to invoke sanctions. So the question
that's
was
Congress's
whether or not he
deal.
circumvented Congress. The other question was about whether or not he actually invoked IEEPA correctly, if he's able to, by declaring these national emergencies. Did those national emergencies related to fentanyl, related to these trade imbalances, reach a legal standard of what is known as an unusual and extraordinary threat, that the president would have this authority to impose a tariff, a regulation of commerce in this way to achieve his objectives. We're still reading through this, but it appears that we have one at least dissenting opinion was from Kavanaugh, of course, a justice. Brett Kavanaugh, who was nominated under President Trump, who says, quote, "The court says nothing today about whether, and if so, how the government should go about returning the billions of dollars that it has collected from importers, but that process..."
We're not going to give it back. We've been talking about that for months.
As was acknowledged at oral argument. So that's going to be the entire next phase of this.
It doesn't seem to matter to investors, at least for the moment. You look at the S&P 500, it did shoot up. It's come back a little bit, but what's notable here, Paul, is that the best performing group among 24 groups is the consumer durable and apparels group. Lululemon, for instance, jumping about 5% right at the open. It's paired some of that advance to 2.4%. Lululemon, along with other companies, presumably hurt by these tariffs, would benefit, therefore, with the removal of these tariffs, although, as Tyler made clear, it's not clear whether there would be a refund or how that would even be put together.
Damn, no one was expecting this. Not even Polymarket. 20% chance this morning.
Eligibility for tariff refunds. And Bloomberg News also reporting that hundreds of tariff refund lawsuits pending in U.S. trade court. So it seems like that's where the rubber meets the road, to the extent that anybody's going to try to get a tariff relief or tariff refunds. It's not going to be easy, at least at this stage.
Well, if you want to hear a pretty startling statistic, IEEPA tariffs have been collected from more than 301,000 importers. Wow. And every company that wants a refund would need a distinct claim in court. Perhaps we'll likely see a class action lawsuit that could maybe put this a little bit more broad-based. But when we're looking at just the massive amount of revenue that was raised by these IEEPA tariffs alone, of course, the Trump administration has other tariff authorities that are already in place, Section 232 related to national security, for example. Those IEEPA broad-based tariffs brought in last year
interesting. Look at this, guys.
$1 billion for the U.S. government. So it's going to be a complicated...
It's going to be complicated. Okay. But yeah, look at this, guys. Looks like immediately on that news, we got a whole bunch of longs that just got wrecked, attempting to get up there. And there's definitely a lot more buy pressure right now coming on in. The bulls starting to meet up demand against the bears, 14.1 against 14.5 billion in overall on a Friday of all things. And we still got to get through the weekend, guys. But, yeah, they're setting up shop right now about 68,000 flat. We pushed them back to at least 68,000 flat now on the order books. All right. What else?
To ask for those requests.
And just a quick mention, equities building on their advance a little bit with the S&P 500 now up 1/3%. Treasury yields are higher. And the thinking is with the removal of tariffs would leave a budget hole that we know already surpassed $130 billion as of December. Treasury would need to sell a lot more bonds to bridge the gap, and that would put some pressure on yields, upward pressure. And of course, if there are refunds as part of it, that would only make the situation worse. It would exacerbate these moves.
So I guess, Tyler, there's still opportunities. There's still tools that the president can use to apply some tariffs, even if this IEEPA sweeping one is no longer.
Yeah, he's going to go a different
route.
route.
And we've already heard telegraphed from the administration that they're going to pull on these other federal authorities. Some of them are already in place. We talk a lot about Section 232, those national security tariffs that the administration has put forward on some of those critical sectors, steel, aluminum, critical minerals, and a lot of those other areas that have been a focus of the Trump administration when it comes to countering China. We could also see Section 301 investigations. That's over unfair trade practices. We saw a lot of those imposed on China under the first Trump administration. Think allegations of IP protection violations as one example. And then there's some lesser known ones, like Section 338, that hasn't been used since the 1940s. I also have Section 201 here, tariffs imposed on goods that cause injury to domestic industry. There's a lot, but...
Yeah. All right. There's a lot. Let's see what else is going on with Crypto Twitter. Oh, man, it's going to be a day, guys. It's going to be a day. Happy birthday to me, I guess. 67 flat on Bitcoin right now. Getting into, some more doom scrolling. See if I have any news headlines coming out. Coinbase launches 3.5% USDC rewards for Coinbase One members. Coinbase now lets Coinbase One subscribers earn 3.5% APY on USDC, an exclusive perk for paid members starting February 19th. That was yesterday. 3.5% APY on USDC balances, weekly rewards, paid in Bitcoin or USDC, your pick. That was coming from Brian Armstrong as of last night. Let's what his statement was there. Anything else going on? It's okay to live life what others won't understand. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Anything else going on? Talking about USDC rewards. Solana's on the verge of becoming the third blockchain after Ethereum and BNB to surpass $1 billion in tokenized real-world assets this month. Driven by the Buildo, of course, BlackRock fund expansion, and Ondo, USDY. 175 million. Solana has transitioned the retail meme coin hub into the world's most exchange for internet capital markets, coming from Altcoin Buzz over on CryptoX. Okay, anything else? House bills passed for Missouri. Wants to, of course, another Bitcoin bill, looks like. Bitcoin strategic reserve for Missouri. Everyone's got their own strategic reserve going, guys. It's every state now except for like Nevada and another one. I forget. Was it Idaho? I think Idaho already did theirs. Tennessee? I think we're only down to like Nevada now. All right. President Trump's next Fed chair pick, Kevin Warsh. I wish I had understand the transformative Bitcoin and this new technology would be. Bitcoin doesn't trouble me. I think it's an important asset and it can help inform policy makers. All right. And I'm surprised no one's talking about the tariff ruling right now over on Crypto Twitter. This is all just breaking right now. So, yeah. They might have been late for the first time. Crypto Twitter. No one's paying attention today. No one was expecting it, I guess. No one was expecting it. Is that lobotomy? What the hell? What the hell? Are you stupid? Yes. When your friend says Bitcoin's going to zero, you have to check and see if they have a brain. Yeah, exactly. Mike McGlone, looking at you, Mike McGlone. Okay. Does printing money cause inflation? No, that's climate change. You're hired. European Central Bank. I love it. Oh, jeez. Crazy stuff. All right. I'm just doom scrolling. I see nothing. Yeah, nothing pertaining to this yet. Curious to see what Crypto Twitter has to say about it. Trump issues a 10-day Iran deadline. This as of 9 hours ago, President Trump said the U.S. will know within 10 days whether Iran is willing to make a meaningful deal. His warning is clear. If it fails talks, the U.S. may have to take... that's at the Board of Peace yesterday. Yeah, that's what he said at the Board of Peace yesterday. He was very very adamant about that and that speech.
Countries, nobody could have signed. You would have had that threat. Nobody could have had. You couldn't have had peace in the Middle East. So now we may have to take it a step further, or we may not. Maybe we're going to make a deal. You're going to be finding out over the next probably 10 days. But this meeting today is proof with determined leadership, nothing is impossible.
All right. He actually said something worse than that. They didn't have in that clip. He said like, they're gonna face face trouble if they don't, something like that. I forget his exact wording. All right. So it's all that's going on with Twitter right now. It's kind of slow. On the slow front. Grok predicts a $240,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2027. I wouldn't listen to Grok. Last year it predicted $300,000 or $400,000 Bitcoin by October. Yeah, that was ridiculous. All right. Yeah, we're not listening to Grok anymore. Okay, let's see what else. Anything else happening today? Let's take a look at some of the headlines and crypto news before we forget. But if you guys are just joining us, the tariffs were actually determined as illegal today. All right. Tennessee judge issues injunction to blocking state move against Cauchy. House Democrats Treasury are on World Liberty Bank charter and UAE stake. What's this? Bitcoin ETF share shed 166 million as Bitcoin heads for the worst start in years. And what else is going on? Nothing really. White House floats limited stablecoin rewards in third crypto bank meeting. We already covered that this morning. Man, it's kind of slow. Anything else? Let's take a look and see anything else going on with CoinDesk. How about CoinDesk? People are, of course, scrambling to get some more news out and go through that 167-page document pertaining to, of course, the tariffs. But you don't have to. You can have an AI platform just break it down for you. All right, dual South Korean listings send Ethereum to the blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm not just seeing anything. There's really nothing interesting going on today other than the tariffs. The tariffs rolled illegal. And Bitcoin, speaking, it's definitely speaking out. 66,800 right now on Bitcoin. Let's take a look back at the charts. How you guys feeling? How you guys feeling in the chat? Is this what you wanted? Well, you guys wanted Office Space on the poll. All right, so tonight we're going to have a final poll for the movie on Saturday night. That's going to be between Office Space, The Matrix, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and I think The Hangover. I think those are the four that have won the previous polls. So tonight we'll do that poll as well to see what is going to be playing on Saturday night. Jake the Snake, what do we got? The Breadman, Bitcoin Breadman. What the hell is this? The Bitcoin Breadman over on X. I can stay retarded longer than than the Bitcoin price can stay gay. What the hell? What the hell, Jake?
Stupid.
I was very, very excited. A clever news story. No. No. Oh, jeez. All right. So yeah. Anyway, here's the Supreme Court ruling that Cliff shared with us today. It's 170 pages. 170 pages. You can just throw this into Grok, guys. You can just throw this into maybe ChatGPT. See if I can do that real quick. Let me see if I can do that real quick. We can ask ChatGPT questions about it. There we go. Yes. Let's see. Can I add this PDF? I'm going to download it first. I think it's only going to do like the first 10 pages though at a time. Yeah, I don't know if there's an algorithm that's going to do that without paying for it. Yeah, I could do something like that. We can at least try. Try to have some fun with this. Throw this into Grok. So that's the PDF there. And it's gone. We're gonna try. All right. Break down the latest Supreme. Oh, let's screw it. SCOTUS ruling on tariffs. Caps lock's on. Did it even identify the document? Did you even? Even look at the document? God. I'm gonna stop this real quick. Now it's thinking. Okay, now it's thinking. Yes, the breakdown I gave you is based on the attached PDF. Let's go. All right. Give us the short version. It's thinking. You guys in the chat, how's it going? Jake the Snake says only chaos. He went full retard. You never go full retard. All right, we're finally getting the answer from ChatGPT. The Supreme Court in Learning Resources Incorporated versus Trump ruled that the president cannot use IEPA to impose the tariffs. Here's what happened. President Trump declared national emergencies, drug trafficking, plus trade deficits, and used the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, the IEPA, to slap broad tariffs on Canada, Mexico, China, and basically the world. Businesses were sued, and what SCOTUS said, I guess businesses sued, I guess the president or the government. IEPA allows the president to regulate imports, but does not include the power to impose tariffs, taxes. Taxes, of course, equal tariffs. Taxes equals Congress's job, of course, Article 1 of the Constitution. If Congress wanted to give the president unlimited tariff power, it would have said so clearly. It didn't. Bottom line is emergency powers against the blank check to tax imports. Tariff authority stays with Congress, and that's the ruling in one breath. 170-page document wrapped up in a couple short sentences. All right. What would be the pathway forward for Trump and tariffs moving forward? I guess like this: forward, two forwards. All right, here we go. The real question says ChatGPT. We're going to use the existing tariff statutes, the cleanest path. Congress has already delegated the limited tariff authority in other laws. So they're going to go through Section 232, National Security, under the Trade Expansion Act of 1962. Requires Commerce Department investigation, must find imports threatening national security. Allows targeted tariffs, steel, aluminum precedent. This is how Trump did steel aluminum in 2018 on his previous term. I can also do this one here. Section 301, unfair trade practices. USTR investigates unfair foreign trade behavior. They can also go through 201, safeguards, also from the 1974 Act. There's a few different routes they can go through after this. Get Congress to pass a new tariff authority. They're not going to do that, especially not after the midterms. Use targeted sanctions instead of tariffs. This would be IEPA still allows assets to be frozen. Transaction bans, import bans, block specific goods, etc. from entering the country. Invoke wartime powers. Ooh. I guess I think that could be on the table too. I mean, we're gearing up, saber rattling again for another war in Iran in the Middle East. Maybe that's the path forward. More war. We'll see. All right, guys. So yeah, what does this really mean? The ruling doesn't end the tariffs. It ends the blanket emergency based on limited tariffs without congressional structure. That's coming from, of course, ChatGPT. All right. So yeah, there's a few different paths they're going to go down. I'm sure we're going to go through all this all over again. It's going to suck. But I don't know how much farther they're going to be able to push this in Trump's term. If the midterms don't roll in the GOP's favor. All right. So Bitcoin's sitting at 67.3. 10:30 right now. 10:30. Of course, right around the time we usually start to see some money makers come out of the woodwork between 10 and 10:30, and then give them an extra half hour today to see if they're gonna do anything. So we're about 5 minutes away from that move, right? And as of right now, the bulls have taken some ground from the bears at the present time. That's what we're looking at right now. All right. Anything else going on, guys? Anything else going on? Jacob Snake says, Shirley, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Of course, bringing you the breaking news as it happens and giving you my insights. Yes, Shitty, don't forget the buttons, guys. The buttons. And also, we also have a $15 a month Patreon if you guys want to join, hang out with the Chaos crew after the live streams over on Monday, Friday, and Wednesday. We have, of course, you to hang out with us. I encourage you to, of course, come out and hang out with us. Ask questions, ask away, and we have plenty of people smart in this space to answer them for you. If not, we will sit there and we'll go through each white paper like we did the last few nights on a few of these stupid projects. All right. And it's only $15 a month to hang out with the Chaos crew and be a member. Jacob Snake's also got a link for us. What we got? What the world,
about the
man.
phony imposter.
You loony loofah, he is the imposter. We've
Oh
been
my
duped.
God, Jake.
Bamboozled.
We've been speckledorfed.
That's not even a word, and I agree with you.
There you go, guys. We've been Spickledorfed by the tariffs. Yep, by the 170-page document now ruling Trump's tariffs are not, they're inadequate. They're inadequate. All right, cool. So it's going to be interesting to see where we move forward now, guys. I think the markets are happy. I mean, I think this is honestly, I've been talking about this. My opinion, I don't know, Ben has a different opinion, but my opinion was this was the best outcome. This is the best outcome. It's going to take some pressure off the U.S. Markets, right? And the rest of the world can be at peace for a little while. And then we're going to try to get these rails going and have real trade talks and maybe no more tariffs at all. I doubt it. There's no other clear path for America to actually recover, to be honest, unless we stop money printing. And they're not going to stop doing that because we have to have a full-blown recession. So what are we going to do? I think this is a great opportunity for Bitcoin and other risk-on assets or other alternatives to fiat currencies to shine. Gold is probably going to have a hell of a day today. Not so far. Not so far. I'm actually surprised. No, I'm actually surprised. More uncertainty, I guess. I don't know. You think that gold would have a good day? It's coming back down to at least wick down to 4. Oh, that was probably on the moment of the news. Yeah, it was 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, already wicking back up. It's gonna probably have a decent day after today is all said and done. Intraday trading. It's a Friday, low liquidity as well. Again, not expecting the moon on Fridays, but this is probably exactly what we needed to get Bitcoin to get another leg up. Providing we don't get into another type of war setting over the weekend, which we've seen in the past. Bitcoin seems to be reacting okay to that once, of course, the initial sell-off has finalized. That's usually what we see with Bitcoin. A little bit of fear sets in. We get a little bit of sell-off, and then Bitcoin, of course, rallies after the fear is over. But now we're 2 weeks, guys, officially today. Let's go! 2 weeks. We did it. Well, technically not officially done with 2 weeks yet. Well, when was the actual crash? About 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We started chopping that around the Friday, building that back up Thursday. Yeah, Thursday was the drop. We started recovering on Friday afternoon. Okay, so about 3 o'clock this afternoon. No, that's AM. Yeah, we're already there. 2 weeks are, officially already in the books. We can get through the weekly close, I guess, at that point today, Friday at the end of the day. It'll be pretty much set in stone, man. Set in stone. I'm looking for higher levels on Bitcoin next week, at least attempting to, if we do not get a Black Swan event. All right, guys. I don't know if I have much more. I'm going to hang out for another few minutes to see if we get a sell-off event or a PAMP with the money, with the market makers coming out of the woodwork here in about 2 minutes at 10:30. Anything else going on? Supreme Court rules here. Let's see what other reaction the market has.
And what he's arguing is that the Supreme Court is wrong to have done this. Now, he's on the losing side of this vote, so it doesn't matter. But here's his argument ultimately. He says the sole legal question here is whether under IEEPA tariffs are a means to regulate importation. Statutory text, history, and precedent demonstrate that the answer is clearly yes, writes Kavanaugh. Like quotas and embargoes, tariffs are a traditional and common tool to regulate importation. So if Kavanaugh had the votes on the court, he would have said that this statute does authorize the president to enact those tariffs. He also raises two possible downstream negative effects that you guys have been talking about. One is this question about refunds. What Kavanaugh says on page 63 here of his dissent is the court is saying nothing today about whether and if so how the government should go about returning the billions of dollars that it has collected from importers. But that process is likely to be a mess, as was acknowledged at oral argument. So that question about what happens to this, to the refunds, is not really being addressed by the court. That's going to have to get kicked back to the executive branch for them to figure out, and it is likely to be a mess. Also, Brett Kavanaugh raising the concern here in this dissent that the court's decision could generate uncertainty regarding various trade agreements. That process, too, has been difficult. And that echoes, guys, the point that the President of the United States has made several times, which is the IEEPA unilateral tariff authority that he was claiming gave him enormous leverage to get other countries to the negotiating table and cut deals that benefited American taxpayers. Now that leverage is gone, and you wonder how many countries are going to try to come up with an alternative to deals that they've already cut, or to get out of finalizing deals that have been announced but not yet papered and signed. So a lot of foreign policy implications here, a lot of trade implications, and
we
of course,
push
the political
Canada
ramifications
to
will be
China.
enormous.
Yep, sorry.
I was just going to say, ultimately, I think it gets to, having the president have executive flexibility in foreign affairs, right? That's ultimately what's at stake here for this administration, and what seems like what the dissent brought up.
That's exactly what the administration argues, and what the Supreme Court here is saying. That flexibility is not in the Constitution. So unless Congress legislates it, you don't have it.
Right, and has not been used by any other president.
Sure.
Right.
At least as a tool in terms of those relations. Eamon, thank you. We'll be obviously getting back to Eamon Javers throughout the hour.
All right. We have a mess. We have a mess to clean up right now. Holy crap. And of course, President Trump is not happy with this decision. Gamma God is coming. Join the Otaku's Patreon, Otaku-san. Thank you so much for shilling. Okay, to Derek. Oh, wow. We might get Derek on board today. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, that's a good day. It's a good day. Shout out to, before I forget, shout out to Funny Colors. I was trying to remember who said that. It was you. You said I think it was 3 or 4 weeks ago that in about 2 or 3 weeks we're going to see a disclosure-like event. And what we got yesterday was insane. I cannot believe it. Funny, you were right. And I was getting you, mixed up with Crypto JPEG. I don't know why. And so I've been saying that instead of your name, for the last few days. But yes, it was you, Funny Colors. Yes, who had mentioned that was going to happen. Jacob Six says he came for the chaos and stayed for the alpha. Usually, Jake, it's you come for the news, but you stay for the chaos. Come on, Jake, get with the program. You construing my my branding there. Jacob Six says, yo, Funny, what else is going to happen in a few weeks? Yeah, let us know, Funny. Are you part of a government agency? let us know. Nice call, Funny, and coming from Braveheart. Yes, Funny, insane. I cannot believe it. You're a week or two off, but still. So freaking close, insane. We just did an update on that on Tuesday too. If you didn't see that, we were talking about that on Tuesday. I just can't believe that. Polymark is setting that. Sitting at 25% chance that you're actually gonna have a disclosure event here in the States, and now we're having that movie come out and they're on the same time period. It's eerily planned. I don't know. The whole thing just stinks to high heaven. All right. So we're probably going to have him. Oh yeah, we're going to come out and do this, and they're going to show we have basically nothing, and it's going to be all lies and propaganda. And then they were going to have that disclosure movie, and it's see, it's all fiction. See, it's all fiction. Nothing to see here. Ignore the giant spacecrafts flying around all the time for decades. All right. Okay, let's see. Anything else going on? Bitcoin still chopping around here, 67K, turning into support right now. It looks like it wants to. Right around 1034 right now. Still waiting for a break up or down on Bitcoin. Right around, of course, the market makers' favorite time period, 10 to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, let's see. Today it looks like we're getting a lot more longs in. 66,000 is now our clear level of support. We are testing that 666 area yesterday, and we've been pretty much going flatline ever since. Again, guys, the goal is to break through here and just start climbing up a little bit higher, flipping about 69K to support. That's all we want from this weekend. $67,000 right now, with probably one of the biggest candles we've seen in the past 2 days, with that one at 10 o'clock or 10:15, right around the ruling, right? So this one over here was the last one we had anything similar to that, which gave us another leg up to about 67.8. So I'm hoping we get a similar sort of outcome today, at some point by 12:30. It is Friday though, so I still feel like we could probably still chop a little bit further down into this level. We gotta get back up here, man. We gotta get back up here and start building areas higher than where we are. It's been 2 weeks now, guys. It's been 2 weeks. It's time. It's time to move another leg up higher. 2 weeks. All right. So, anything else going on? Good morning, Los. How's it going, Los? Good morning, Super Cheeks, Cyber Cheeks. Brave Farmer Freedom says 67 is garbage. Let's go to 74. Ghost Operation says, man, I gave Richard Branson and Space Virgin Galactic about $7,000 on my E-Trade investment app, and they are about $2.54 per share. And Prince Andrew from UK is under investigation for Epstein Island. Damn, that's crazy, Ghost. Time for 50K, says Jake. All right, Jake's calling for 50K again. silly snake, you. Oh God. All right, I'll put you down there again. you jump like on a dime, my man. What the hell? You're probably joking, but I'm still putting you down there. A place worthy of a snake, down in the ditches. All right, so that's what's going on right now, guys. Bitcoin's having a bit of a moody day, a moody swing. I had a moody day yesterday, I'll tell you that. All right. So, I don't know what else to tell you. We can get back to crypto Twitter and see if anything else is building over there. News is kind of flat on crypto front today. We already been to CoinDesk, Cointelegraph. They take a look at Daily HODL, see if anything else breaking over there. This is going to be the biggest headline, of course, for a minute, of course, the Supreme Court decision. Billionaire Warren Buffett dumps $4.5 billion stake in Bank of America and Amazon and buys new assets ahead of departure. Federal Reserve rate cuts unlikely until June, says Wells Fargo. Yeah, that's probably right. Probably not going to get what we want or what Trump wants until May. Powell's out in May, and of course the next month is June. No brainer there. 626,000 Americans at risk after hackers hit a healthcare firm. Of course, more data is gone. Gone to the dogs. They're going to steal that and use it against you. As of yesterday, we had veteran Bobby Lee introduce a brutal Bitcoin warning, says that Bitcoin's very likely to crash to below 50K. Right there, also agreeing with the king this morning. Time for a 50K. Pivot aggressively. God. Billionaire Bill Ackman pours $1.7 billion into a Mag 7 stock, and there's nothing else really going on over here in Daily HODL. Everything else is old news. Let's take a look and see news outlet we haven't covered this morning. And we go to Bitcoin.com news. I don't think we did yet this morning. Let's see here. Bitcoin trapped in pressure cooker, 72K breakout or 59 breakdown. Yeah, that's pretty much the range we've been stuck at for 2 weeks. 2 freaking weeks. 72K, boom, the top of our channel here, and the bottom of the channel, 65. So not quite 60K flat, but yeah, we've been ranging here. We haven't seen 60K in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Kevin O'Leary explains how institutions respond to Bitcoin's brutal crash and quantum threat. Yeah. Coinbase integrates XRP, Doge, ADA, and Litecoin for crypto loans. So they've got more loans on different products. Prince Andrew arrested Epstein files. There you go. Ghost Operations looking at, you know what he's talking about there. Damn. Who's the prediction markets bet on who's next? Oh my God. All right, who else is on the list? Who's next? Well, I'm gonna be jailed over the disclosures. 25% chance that someone's even gonna be jailed over it. Do they even have the list of people on here? No, they don't. Oh wow! Prediction market structures like the arrest events on XanoX. XanoX further create a particular dynamic. These convinced figures will never face arrest, can wager no for a political payout. So that's on XanoX. I didn't know that they were in prediction markets. Kaushi, yeah, of course, saying the same thing as well. Poly Market anticipates its sign 37% likelihood of some people to be charged over the newly released files. All right, so no date, no names over here. They got me. Okay, Bitcoin difficulty whipsaws from 11% slide to 14.7% climb in 2 weeks. Federal Reserve paper reinforces Kaushi's value as accurate macroeconomic data. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we already went over that yesterday or 2 days ago. I think that's it, guys. There's nothing else really going on. We covered all this stuff before. Remember the Willy Woo stuff? We talked about that yesterday or the day before. Bitcoin stagnates the Satoshi freeze. The Middle East war drums. Yeah, I think we read that article too yesterday as well. Okay. All right. It's old news. Everything's old news. Anything else breaking down? TradFi going to one more time. Supreme Court, of course, decides to strike down Trump's tariffs. And that's a breaking news headline, of course, right now, CNBC.
In TWIA, they carried it over into IEPA, would authorize the imposition.
It's going to be this all day, though, guys.
And I do think that as a matter, if you were reading IEPA in a vacuum, the question of whether the language to regulate importation permits tariffs is tricky. It's difficult.
Explain why it's tricky.
Well, I think the administration's argument was we can clearly ban imports under that language and under IEPA, and they've done that for decades under various economic sanctions statutes. And so the theory would go, if we can ban imports, why can't we do something more calibrated and measured, such as impose a tariff?
Just a reminder, if you're just joining us, we're speaking with Dave Townsend.
Yeah. And of course, the Supreme Court decision was made. Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand that. It makes sense, but it doesn't. I mean, at that point, wouldn't it just be easier for Trump to say, okay, we're banning all your products unless you make a deal with us? I mean, yeah, maybe that's coming soon, guys. I mean, there's some extremes that can definitely happen. Let's take a look and see what CNBC is also mentioning about this particular topic. And yeah, still waiting for crypto Twitter to react to this
on the market.
Event.
Guys, I just want to raise something else, another issue to watch here, which is there a role for Congress? You know, I'm looking at some of the statements coming in from different lawmakers. Senator Bernie Moreno, big Trump fan. He's the senior senator from Ohio. Part of his statement says this betrayal must be reversed and Republicans must get to work on a reconciliation bill to codify the tariffs that have made our country the hottest country on earth.
Thanks.
You know, while he still has the slim majority here in the House of Representatives and the Senate, I do wonder, I think it'll be worth watching Congress to see if he can use Congress, if that's the argument of the court, that the Congress has the power to tax and tariff, if Congress can step in to help him. I'm not sure.
It is poetic that only now would Congress actually say, oh, yeah, we have a role in this.
Exactly. They were on the sidelines for most of this, and I'm not sure it's actually, I don't know if it's one of those issues where all Republicans do agree with. Typically, Republicans have, in the past, the old Republican Party hated tariffs. They were free traders.
And the margin's what, 1 seat?
Yeah, everything's flipped.
Yeah, it's pretty slim.
When they're, see if somebody.
Just something to watch.
Yeah, it is very interesting. Let's watch the impact on autos as well as they move on.
All right. Moving on. Let's see. So how are we holding up? We're still trading around 67. We're still trading around 67, right down the middle of course, where they've got us squeezed since last night and this morning. All right, we'll see if we can get out of the day. I'm not expecting the moon today because it is a Friday. But if someone wants to jump on in here and put in an F ton of longs and liquidate the hell out of everyone shorting, there is a F ton, a lot above us today. All right. XCN is the golden ticket, says Gamma Goddess. Is it though? Is it though? What else do we have here in the chats? I made some money on the XCM pump, says Derek Thrillo. Yeah, gotcha. That was a couple years ago now, right? A year and a half ago, something like that. Sorry, Dragon says instead of working on refunds to importers and countries, maybe work on a refund or taxes, or we overpaid. What went to politicians? Okay, Strawberry. And then you missed the bull run. Coming from Braveheart. Geez, that was funny. The Dara is the golden ticket. The Dara. God. All right, we're already starting to wake up here on the 15-minute. We got legs, man. We're still flowing this into, of course, the baseline target we had of today. Are we gonna pop off today? Are we gonna shit or get off the pot? Come on, Bitcoin, do something. Preferably before afternoon. Oh my God. Oh man, how about you get a birthday pump going? That'd be fun. All right. I do have to go. I do have to go to the post office today at some point, so I gotta get some stuff done today. All right. I am also gonna grab some bottles. Yeah, some more bottles. Yeah, for tonight's birthday bash. We have on the Patreon tonight. We're gonna have a good time, guys. It's gonna be a fun night. If it's anything like last night, it's gonna be a fun night. All right. Anything else going on crypto Twitter? Let's check it out again. I wonder how the Dixie's holding up now after this news. Probably not good. Yep, there it is. Like always. Oh, news bad for America. Dump dollar. Dump a dollar now. Yeah, not surprised. Where the hell is my lighter? I gotta burn some more. I gotta burn a little bit more. There we go. Not enough though. It's not enough. It's not enough to make me super, super happy, but it's at least in the right direction. Head in the right direction again. Still up on the 5-day though. All right. Anything else going on? How's the overall sentiment feel after this ruling? Let's find that out too. Stock market was at 33 in fear. Now back up to 42. Again, I had a feeling this was going to be positive for the markets. We did get these ruled on unlawful. Crypto fear and greed. Now here's the real question. Crypto fear and greed right now sitting at 7, still in extreme fear. Nothing has changed. Let me make sure that CoinMarketCap hasn't had that updated as well. Maybe they're just not there. Up to 12 now, extreme fear. So almost getting back out of extreme fear. Hopefully back to traditional fear next week. That's my goal anyway, or my hope and dream. Market cap's also up for overall crypto market, up to 2.31 trillion. Not as of this news though, nothing looking explosive yet, but we had a low yesterday about 2.27, 2.26, I think it was 2.26. Yeah, so market cap up a little bit on the day so far. It's Friday again. Good day to release the news because there's not much time left for liquidity to really move around. Looking at the rest of the market cap, XRP, how's XRP doing today? $1.41 now on XRP. Look at that. BNB sitting at $600. Looking back and forth at these market caps, XRP is back above BNB, 386 to 83 billion in market cap. Anything else happening in the top 10? Cardano still, of course, underneath. Bitcoin Cash, but not by much. Only by 600. Wow, only about $600 million. So Cardano could maybe come back next week if we get move in the right direction. We do also need to start to see some of these treasuries. Stable coins to start to bleed out a little bit. Looks like we did get a little bit of the market cap moving down on the downward here on Tether. Let's see the market cap. Yeah, we saw a big push downward today. $183 billion. Almost $1 billion less than it was yesterday. Anything else to take away from what we're looking at here? The top 20, top 30. World Elite Financials now singing. That's of course the USD still holding the top 20. Pushing Zcash out to 21. Nothing else really happening here. Still all the money, of course, circulating around privacy coin sector and stable coins. All right. Moving on. Let's get back to crypto Twitter and see if anything else is breaking over there. How's Bitcoin doing right now? It's about 67.3, 67.2 on Bitcoin. All right. What in the world, man? Okay, here we go. Supreme Court strikes down Trump's global tariffs in a 6-3 ruling. It's coming from Bitcoin News. Finally, we're getting some coverage over here. This one came out 8 minutes ago. All right, obviously we know what happened, so we don't. Cryptos R Us also saying about half hour ago, Supreme Court rules the strikes to Trump's tariffs are down. Yeah, nothing else again really new here. Not really. I need some opinions, man. I want some crypto expert opinions. Okay. Breaking U.S. Supreme Court strikes down Trump's tariff goals. The court rules IEEPA does not give the crypto president, crypto president, I guess the orange president, authority to impose them. As a result, the U.S. may now have to refund previously collected tariffs. But I've heard so many talks about this over the past few months, and I'm pretty sure they don't have to. technically, but they're probably going to initiate some sort of credit. Maybe they're going to have still that monetary value in some sort of setting. Major breaking: U.S. Supreme Court rolls 6 against 3. Of course, now it's all hitting crypto Twitter. Now, this is the first time I've ever seen the news actually. The main news, of course, TradFi News covered this before crypto Twitter got to it. If I decided to sell the top instead of the HODL. God damn. Supreme Court blocks emergency powers from tariffs. A Kobesi letter. Did President Trump just leak the U.S. GDP data? Huh. Let's take a look. A Democrat shutdown cost the USA at least 2 points in GDP. That's why they are doing it in the mini form. Again, no shutdowns, also lower interest rates. Too late power is the worst. President, of course, Trump. We actually, we saw, I guess we didn't see these yet, but I guess he may have leaked it. 4.4% previously. Actual is 1.4%. At 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, Trump posted the Democratic shutdown cost the USA. Exactly 40 minutes later, the U.S. published Q4 GDP data, which massively missed expectations, falling from 4.4 to 1.4%. The 300-point deadline. GDP growth is now at the lowest since Q1. So I guess, I guess that might have happened. I don't know the time frame on that, but we covered it this morning either way. Epstein files, alien files, get out of the way. Oh, that might be the reason why we're getting this coming out now too. The biggest distraction on top of the biggest distraction. That's crazy. Okay, President Trump on the Chinese military. President Trump issued a 10-day deadline to Iran, and of course, we covered all that stuff. That might be it. I have to wait and see how people feel about where we're headed for these tariffs. But for the most part, I still think it's a good thing. I think the market's going to have a little bit more off its neck at the present time, at least for a short time period, until, of course, we get Trump spouting off about tariffs again too soon. I don't know if they're planning on doing that before the midterms, though. Like that, the best thing that the president would probably do is probably wait until after the midterms are over, then push the tariffs agenda again into 2027. But again, that's just me. Nate Garaci, crypto is the future. Market against analyst Nate Garaci highlights the growing clash between traditional banks and crypto over the yield-bearing stablecoins. All right. That's pretty much the same stuff, give or take. Supreme Court. And there's absolutely no opinion pieces out yet. So that's what I'm looking for the most part. All right. So, guys, it's going to take some time. Today's going to be a good day. I feel like it's going to be a good day for news anyway, by tonight, we should have a lot of stuff to cover. A lot of stuff to cover after tonight. Right. What else we have here in the chat? Before I head out for the day, I got to go head out to the post office, get some stuff done. And selling my life away, one thing at a time. They're trying to pay my bills. Let's go. Let's pay some more bills. You're gonna win so much. Oh, geez. Laser eyes or lazy eyes. Always with the laser eyes. Lowe says, it's crazy how the first news of imposing tariffs last year caused the markets to tank and delay the alt season, but the news are removing the tariffs does absolutely nothing positive for markets. I don't know, man. It opened red this morning, so it's at least going back. Everything's green. Look at crypto. Everything's green. Everything on my chart's green. Some of these are up multiple points too. Swift Coin's up 6%. It's almost 7% on the day. Moonwell's up 4% on the day. What's this? Jasmine's up 3.5% on the day. XEN's up 2.5% on the day. And ZBEC's up about 1.3% on the day. Look at that morning wood right there. Oh, jeez. Okay, ETH is up 0.5% today. Bitcoin's up 0.5% today. I mean, everything's green. The only thing that's not green is Miria. Yeah, Miria.
What are you, stupid?
Whoa! It lost the trend line too. Definitely gonna be ignored right now with the rest of what's going on in the world. today. All right. So with that, guys, I think, again, don't expect the moon today, but so far it looks pretty good in this direction. Hopefully we do break out of here and at least see 69K today. That would be my bullish outlook for this evening. Hopefully by 8 o'clock we'll start to see maybe 69K again to the weekend. Last weekend was pretty good. If we do get, a solid weekend with no peace bombs, then yeah, we could probably see 70,000 again, maybe into the weekend. That's been my plan for 2 weeks, guys. So 2 weeks, we do something like this. 2 weeks, then we do something like this. Boom, bam, bang, and then we're up there. And then we create a new level, but between 68,000 and 75. Yeah, 75. Not a bad range. Not a bad range to start the week next week. Again, 2 more weeks of chop that area until we see some sort of catalyst to really push us up in an extreme parabolic move. This is how the markets trade. This is how the markets work. Yeah, hopefully we'll see that. We'll see this next week. If not, we'll see some sort of black swan event and boom, go back down to retest 60K, 65K, 55K, 50K, something like that. So I'm still hopeful, at least for now. We're going to see something like this. All right, guys. So have a good night, a good day, good night, good evening. Of course, I'll be back later, and we're going to do the final poll for the movie pick on Saturday night. Tonight's going to be, of course, a fun night. I've got some more wine to drink, but I've also got some other bottles to pick up. Thanks again for all you guys who supported me in my crazy journey. This is my 3rd birthday on stream. It's going to be a good time. I'll probably start drinking at the beginning of my live stream. All right, let's see if we can continue to keep it up like last night. All right, guys, have a good day. I'll see you all again soon. Stay safe out there. Don't do anything stupid. Before the bull run, I will catch you all tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for covering the market close. Later, guys. Later. Oh, Cav B3. Oh, geez. I guess I can do that before I head out. Let's take a look at CoinMarketCap real quick and see what we can decide between Cav and B3. Just quick, the short version. On this, evaluation. Okay. So let's take a look at B3 real quick. All right, B3, just quick little health checkup on it. I'm not going into tokenomics or anything. I'm just going to look at overall price in action. Baseline tokenomics like max supply. Okay, circulating supply is only 30% allocated, distributed, whatever on B3. The overall market cap is sitting at about $14 million. Still a baby in the overall space, but it's of course got the Coinbase backing. And then Kava. They're 2 totally different projects. So this is a gaming space as well. I don't know. A $56 million market cap, so quite a bit bigger, about 5 times bigger than Kava. A little bit more safety there. The max supply is infinite. I do not like that. There's 1 billion tokens currently sitting, but I'm assuming that their base target, may have a burning effect, something like that, going on overall price. Kava seems a little bit more of a safer bet. I don't know. Coinbase has got that. I don't know. I need more time to really get into tokenomics and everything else, to be honest. They're 2 totally different blockchains. Let's see B3 again. See overall price trajectory. How's not build on? What the hell? B3. They're both charts look exactly the same. The charts look exactly the same. Probably a lot more inflation going on with oh my god, really? Kava. Let me take a look at Kava. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I probably wouldn't be touching Kava with a 10-foot pole. Highly inflationary. Highly inflationary. But again, I don't know what's going on behind the curtain, right? I don't know the tokenomics overall. It could have a emerging burning rate that's going to change lives and all that shit. But just by looking at the overall price over market cap, it is inflationary AF. Inflationary AF. And the only thing that's even close, and it might not be anymore. All right, since 2024. It looks like it's stabilized right around 2024. So it may not be that much anymore. If I actually go back to the last 2 years or last year, it may not actually be so. Yeah. So it's not inflationary anymore. Not inflationary anymore. All the tokens that they have right now look like it wants to. I'd have to know more, man. I'd have to know more. We can go into a deep dive into, of course, the overall, projects, what they're doing. But I gotta go. So I'll talk to you guys later. We'll, of course, catch you over there on the Patreon tonight, as well as the live stream tonight at 8 p.m. It's going to be a good day. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Later. Oh, Jesus. You guys are insane.